Welcome to Creativity Cooks. Today you are going to be making fried rice. For your ingredients you will need 1 cup of rice, 2 cups of water, 1 egg, 2 carrots, 1 stalk of green onions, 1 sweet pepper, 1 teaspoon of salt, and 1 to 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Let's begin. First, you will need to add 2 cups of water to a medium saucepan. You will then add 1 cup of rice to the water in that medium saucepan. Then you're going to add 1 1/4 to about 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt, and you will need to turn the stove on to medium heat. Use your mixing spoon and stir the rice so the salt is all blended into the water. Once you're finished, go ahead and cover the pot. Once the pot starts to boil, this will take a few minutes. You'll see some bubbles on top. You want to turn the heat down to a low simmer. You will stir the rice one more time and cover the pot with the rice on the lowest heat and let it cook. It should take about 10 to 15 minutes. In a separate bowl, crack your eggs and use a kitchen fork to scramble it. Once you're finished scrambling your egg, you can go ahead and start cutting up your carrots. You want to cut them into small pieces so they'll be easier to cook. Now you can start cutting up your sweet peppers. You can start cutting them into slices like I'm doing right here. When you get to the very end, this is really great if you ever want to start your own garden. These are the seeds that you can use to plant in your garden and have your own sweet peppers farm. But once they're cut into slices, start cutting them up into small chunks. Watch out for your fingers while you're doing this. As I'm cutting all my vegetables up, I'm just putting them all together in a separate bowl to hold on to them until we're ready to start cooking. It's time to cut your green onions. I usually cut off this bottom part where the roots are. This is also another part that if you want to start your own green onions farms, it's something that you can replant. And I cut up all pieces of my green onions, the stalk, the leaves, everything, and I add them to my fried rice. It makes it taste really, really good. Any end pieces that are kind of rotten or wilted a little bit, you can just cut it and put them aside. You don't have to put it into your dish. If your rice is finished at this point, don't forget about it. You want to go ahead and open the pot, just make sure there's no more water, and you're going to take it off the stove and add it to a cool place. In a separate skillet, add 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil. Turn your stove to medium heat and start by adding your eggs to the skillet. Once your egg is added, you can go ahead and add some salt to your eggs. I'm adding 1/4 teaspoon of salt because I don't like my food that salty, but you can add up to a teaspoon if you prefer it a little bit saltier. Once your salt is added, start mixing up the egg and start breaking it up in your skillet. Once the egg is broken up, you can now add your vegetables. Some people add them one at a time, some people add them together. It doesn't really matter how you do it, just as long as they get added and mixed very well. This is my favorite part. If you want to add extra spices to this dish, this is your opportunity. I'm adding some parsley flakes to my egg mixture, and I'm also adding a little bit of paprika. Once you added your spices, continue mixing very, very well. You will notice that your eggs and everything inside your dish, the carrots, the sweet peppers, and the green onions, they're going to start turning a light shade of brown. Once you've mixed for about 4 to 5 minutes, now it's time to add your rice. Carefully take your mixing spoon and mix all of the rice from your pot into the skillet with your eggs and vegetables. At this point, you want to use your mixing spoon and mix everything up very, very well. At this point, you can also add your 2 tablespoons of soy sauce to your rice. You will want to continue mixing this for the next 4 to 5 minutes until your white rice is no longer white, but a light shade of brown from the soy sauce. Once your rice is finished, don't forget to turn off your stove and remove it from the heat. Yum! This is looking amazing. We hope you enjoy it so much. Thank you for cooking with us.